Hey guys, welcome back to video number 2. This is my Tamiya Grasshopper. This is a vintage buggy. It's in really good condition. So the wheels are really nice. Very little sign of use. Tires are good. The body is unfinished. As you can probably see, it's missing spotlights and hasn't been painted, and it doesn't have any stickers. There is a servo in this one as well, which is still very lightweight and working fine. You can see the bend on the suspension spring there. It's weird, isn't it? It's like something out of a frickin' pen. The rear shocks have, I believe, been replaced with aftermarket ones. I think these may even have been oil filled, but they don't have any oil in them anymore, I don't think. They actually feel probably just as bad as the originals. So yeah, nothing happening inside, just a empty shell. Interestingly, someone has made a bit of a cut in there to make a bit more room for the servo horn, but I can't sort of really figure out why they did that, because there's the other problem. I was going to say there's plenty of room for the servo horn, and I was going to steer it to show you, but one of the other problems with this car is that the sort of end of the horn just pops off over the screw, so I'm probably going to have to take the body off to fix that, which is kind of annoying. Underneath you can see a little bit of wear on the bumper. Yeah, I think if I put a new bumper on this car, it would it'd almost be perfect on the underside. It's got a few light marks. I mean, it has been used. A little bit of scraping on the diff, but you know, really it's pretty minor. It actually looks worse on camera than how I'm seeing it. And yeah, the motor, it looks like it's got the correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like a 540 sized motor in there rather than the 380. Oh, it actually says on the end there. What does it say? Joe. Oh, I think it might actually have someone's name on it, maybe. Falcon 540. Well, it's not in the Falcon anymore. So yeah, the reason why I've got this car is just pure nostalgia. So when I was at intermediate school, maybe 10 or 11 years old, I guess, I went round to a mate's place, and he had just got one of these, and I didn't even know, I'd never heard of them before, I didn't even know what it was, but all the way home from school, he was, getting excited that his Grasshopper might have arrived. He explained it to me, but I had no idea of what it was. But anyway, he got home and it was there, so it was out of the box, and I can't remember. I think it was, sorry about the camera angles here. I think it was assembled. Maybe he got someone to assemble it for him. I don't know. I remember it came with a humpback battery pack, and he was really pissed because he said he asked for the racing pack and the shop gave him the hump pack. But anyway, put it in, and bombed it around the place and stuff. And later on I was never really sold on the Grasshopper. My first RC was a Boomerang, which was, sort of blew this thing out of the weeds. In fact, we were bombing the Grasshopper around this gravel road, and we arranged to meet up with another school friend who had just got a Tamiya Fox, and even the Fox was like absolutely blew the Grasshopper away. Obviously it had the more powerful 540 engine, whereas the Grasshopper was just running the 380. But even just as far as suspension and traction, and it could like sort of do power slides and skids and stuff, whereas the Grasshopper just sort of bounced around uncontrollably. So that never wedded me to the Grasshopper, seeing it destroyed almost straight away by a superior buggy. But later on in life, I've kind of developed a fondness for it, just for the nostalgia, and like I said, because it was my first awareness at all of RC cars, essentially. I mean, I'd previously owned the ones, the remote controls with cords and stuff. Even some of the crappy ones where you have to back up to turn and stuff. But this was my first introduction to the real thing. I think the thing I like most about the Grasshopper is I like the wheels the most. So I like this sort of this deep dish design with the little screws and stuff. You can see a plastic bushing there. And on the rear, obviously it's even more pronounced on the rear. But I just think that deep dish wheel just looks so cool. I really love it. It just reminds me of, having done a lot of work on cars over the years. It's kind of what you'd aspire to get deep, dish wheels on your car. Just a lot cooler than having a sort of flush, face on the wheels. And it obviously suits that sort of 70s, 80s sand buggy sort of look, I guess you'd call it. So yeah, a bit of a shorter video, guys, because I don't really have much more to say on it. I'm going to have to take the body off now and put the servo horn back on. Or maybe I'll just put it back in the cupboard how it is. I was planning to, paint the body and get a sticker set. I thought it would be quite cool to paint it the green colour, like the Grasshopper, green edition. I think that really pops, and I think the green really suits the Grasshopper more than the white, because when I think of a Grasshopper, I always think of this sort of green bug. So that's what I was planning to do. But as with a lot of my my vintage cars, which we'll see some more exciting ones as I progress, the next one's going to be a lot more highbrow than the Grasshopper. But yeah, what I'm trying to say, I've completely forgotten what I was trying to say. Actually, what I was trying to say is that I buy these vintage cars and I see things that I could, replace or tidy up. But it's sometimes it's just weird. I just can't bring myself to do that. So to have a like an original Grasshopper, say, with a brand freshly painted body and sticker set, it just seems weird. It just seems a weird mix of old and new. I could probably bring myself to replace the bumper, because I don't think that would be too noticeable that it's a new part. But you'll see as I get on with my later buggies, I kind of appreciate some of the scuffs and scrapes. And it just kind of makes it feel more more vintage and nostalgic, rather than having a collection of vintage buggies with, you know, say for example brand new bodies and stickers, or brand new wheels on a vintage buggy. It just, I don't know, it's just kind of a bit weird to me. I thought that's what I'd end up doing, but I haven't. I've kind of just learnt to appreciate them for, you know, their sort of past life with their scrapes and blemishes and so on. So yeah, so I'm probably rambling a bit now, but if you've got through to this far of the video, thanks very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. Yeah, hopefully you subscribe, because yeah, I've got more of these coming that I'd like you to see. I'm not trying to get to, you know, 1,000 subscribers or anything like that, but it'll hopefully tell you as I put more videos out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.